mudlarking because
Yeah.
you've got the tide and everything that you can't be
Yeah.
out there for. So I try to buy them in the summer, so they're usually like 160, and in the summer they go down to like 80.
Yeah.
That's like my
We
way
both
of,
need boot sponsors. Like I've said a
yeah,
million times, we both need boot sponsors because holy crap, the amount of money we spend on boots. And,
and
ORH
gloves.
mentioned earlier in chat, it sounded like you might need waders. And, I've got hip waders and I've got regular waders, but when you're out there, and especially in the summer, it's just too dang hot.
Oh
It's
yeah,
too dang hot
I've
to
got
use the
waders.
waders.
Yep, it is, and they're
And then
so
they don't last
heavy.
you. They're so heavy, and they just don't last you. So that's another thing why I don't. I only use waders like very little, and it's usually in the winter time for just a short while.
Well, my waders are the full like coverall overall ones.
Are
So
they?
yeah, they
Yeah.
are, and the boots are attached. Um,
Right.
so it is, and they, I don't know. I think at the time that I couldn't find that nowhere around here had like women women ones.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
got ended up
Uh,
having to buy male, and the thing is, I guess male torsos are a lot longer than females.
yeah. They
So
fit. They fit different, and it's hard to find the women ones anyway.
yep, so the coverall piece comes all the way up to like my neck. So that they're very
Right.
hot to wear in the winter.
Yes.
I mean in the
Yes.
summer.
Yes. The same. Same. That's why I do miss, I so miss living, when I lived near Austin, driving to the Guadalupe River in the summer because you don't have to wear it, it gets so dang hot here in Texas in the summer, and so that water stays so cold, so it's so refreshing. And I miss my water hunting, and I miss my beach hunting. I had to take a beach trip before too long, but
Mm. So we've got those.
anyway.
We've got 3 or 4 of those type of rivers in Maine and New Hampshire. I know in New Hampshire you've got the Kangamangas. People do go down it, they float it, they swim it, um, and they detect it. I've detected it as well. And then you've got the Pemi, and the shores of that. It goes through a big college town, so people go out and drink and tube. And
Oh,
then
nice.
there's a couple in Maine as well.
Have you ever hunted it?
I have,
Have you
yes.
detected it?
Yep.
What'd you find?
Um, I mean, I found junk jewelry, silver rings, um,
Yeah?
lots of like the cars. The kids probably, bring their little
Yeah.
Matchbox cars out. Found a bunch of
Yeah.
those. In the Kangamangas, I'm trying to think of what I found up there. Belly rings. I found a couple of those. Toe rings. Found a couple toe rings. Ski patrol stuff, which is really weird
Oh.
to find it. And I
Oh.
mean, it makes sense because it's near the ski mountains. Just weird to find it in the river.
Right. What does it do? Flow down from?
Yeah, yep. And then
Maybe.
the fishing license holders used to be
Yeah.
metal. And it said fishing
Oh.
license in metal, um, and I found a couple of those now.
Wow.
Lots of fishing
Wow.
stuff too, because it's really good fishing areas.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it sounds like kind of like your Guadalupe, just not
Yeah, a lot like
as,
it.
yeah, not as probably not as visited, I think.
Right.
Basic, because I've
It
seen
is.
some of what you've talked about, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are like what, a group of 30 going down together, and
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I still want to go get one of those cabins along the river with the big group and just go hit the river for like a week or so.
mm-hmm. Yep, I'll be doing that next month.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll be up there for a week.
Where at?
Be in New Hampshire. That's all I'm going
Uh,
to say. I'll be in New Hampshire for a week, vacationing with family, and
well, that sounds like fun.
I will be taking my detector with me. I thought about bringing my fishing pole, but I think I'm just going to stick to the detecting.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
No,
that sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, it is. It's good. It's good to get away. Um, you know, it's been on the books for a while, and yeah, it will be interesting. It will be all right. I haven't detected for, quite a while up there, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure there's other detectorists in the area. I've yet to see them. But based on, the different places I've detected up there and the lack of finds, I'm guessing there's definitely other people that have detected it.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that'll be a blast, though.
Yeah, yeah, should be all right. And still hoping this week to get out again. Gonna try to hit those farm fields until they plant them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, around here, the few fields that are around are mainly hay fields, and we've had so much rain. It's like, oh gosh, it's like taller than me. It's crazy.
Oh, well,
But
when they do end up cutting them or whatnot, you'll hopefully the ground will still be relatively not damp, but relatively have have the moisture in it that's needed. Because I know you've gotten pretty dry there.
yeah, it will get usually gets pretty dry in the summer. So we've had so much rain, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So, but I'm just worried about not this weekend, but the following weekend we're going to be filming, and a little worried about the weather then because it'll be closer to South Texas, and you know, um, I hear it's been pretty dry, so you know how that is. And here in Texas, it can mean that ground is like cement, and you can't even get a shovel in it. So
Yep.
I'm a little worried about filming for that. So
Mm.
we'll see. It will be an experience for sure. So,
Well, hopefully it will.
um,
Hopefully it will go okay and
yeah,
not be like concrete.
I hope so because we've got two different filming things. So, about an hour and a half from that film spot, will be another filming area that I'll be there for 2 weeks. So, we shall see how it goes, especially if we end up digging up what we're supposed to be digging up that might possibly be a boat. So,
Woohoo. Well,
uh,
you can hopefully stay cool in that, right?
yeah, uh,
Um, I think,
maybe.
eh, yeah. I think Mike asked a question and wanted to know if you and I use battery operated socks in the winter to keep our feet warm.
I have never used those. I know that they make. I've used like the battery kind, those heated gloves
Hmm.
before.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing I found with those is if the battery packs were somewhere, like up in the. Uh, for me, they were a little too thick, and then the battery pack might interfere. I was afraid it was going to interfere with my pinpointer. So, what I found was just using um, the the warmers, the little like the hand warmers, and they make
Oh,
the
yeah.
foot warmers,
Yep.
and putting them in my boots, um, and and then like they also make like a waterproof sock. Have you ever used that? Those
No. No,
you
I
can
don't think
find them
so.
on Amazon. You
Hmm.
can find them on Amazon. And that helped some too with creek when I was doing some of the creek stuff. But I never have used those kind of socks before. Just always use the warmers. How about you?
Yeah, same. I think you bought me the gloves, the battery operated gloves. With the socks, I always do multiple layers with wool socks and hiking socks. And then in the winter, I do those -30 below boots, and they keep my feet relatively warm.
Really? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That's pretty much it for me as well. And I have a heated vest too, and I forgot to use it this winter.
hmm Well, it was a weird winter.
It was a very weird winter. And in here, everybody's been getting, we were in a tornado warning a few days ago, and it got a little scary weather-wise, but I know Lake Palestine had some tornadoes that did some bad damage, but here, lucked out. It just kind of went all around us, so thank goodness.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I've seen that, been keeping an eye. It looks like actually a lot of our listeners, well, whether in Iowa or Indiana and Kentucky, it seems like that the stuff's just crazy weather all around.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is weird weather because like yesterday we had like these really high winds for a while. It was sunny as can be, but it was these really high winds. And then, I don't know. And then it's raining one day, and then tornadoes the next.
Yep.
And then you're getting snow. And I think the weather's drunk. That's all I have to say on that.
Seriously.
Don't want
I agree
don't want to
with you on
talk
that.
about my conspiracy theories. Anyway. But one other thing I wanted to mention today is Memorial Day weekend. So I know a lot of you have been probably spending time with family and doing some digging on this longer kind of holiday. But we just wanted to thank all of you that have served and let you know that we do appreciate your service and just wanted to say thank you.
Well, we think
from the Treasure Vortex.
We think of all those that are no longer, that have died in service. Yes.
Speaking of, one other thing I wanted to mention. Did I mention last time? I think I did, about that dog tag that I found. Right?
Yes, that you found the owner of it.
The owner is still alive, 100 years old, and I still have not called yet, and I've got to call this next week, so hopefully I'll have an update next time for y'all. So
that's exciting.
It's just I've been so busy, but hopefully next week it's already this week. Today does not feel like Monday to me. It feels like a Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. Feels off.
Yep, no, I agree with you. I forget. I saw someone I knew, and they were like, "Hey, happy Sunday," and I was like, and then I was like, "No, it's definitely not Sunday," and they're like, "Oh, geez." Like, yeah, I know it happens. I get it.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. This week has flown. Last week has flown. The weekend flew. I'm sure this week will fly. It seems like I feel like the more time I spend on this earth, the weeks go by much faster. The days go by faster. Everything goes by faster.
Right.
Yeah.